When we talked about a quarter note way back whenever you first learned about a quarter note, might have been this year, might have been last year, might have been in first grade or kindergarten. I don't know who your teachers were, but we learned that a quarter note is one sound and one beat. One sound, one beat. One sound, one beat. One sound, one beat. Okay, sorry, I got a little carried away. It's just a little catchy. Then we learned that eighth notes, or TT, well, how many sounds is TT? TT. 2 sounds, but it's still one beat. 2 sounds, one beat. 2 sounds, one beat. All right, I'm going to give you something new. It's going to be 4 sounds all squished into one beat. 4 sounds, one beat. 4 sounds, one beat. We do this with 16th notes. Check it out. Here is an image of 16th notes. Please notice that like eighth notes, when they're beamed, they're connected to each other. Eighth notes, however, just have a single beam, whereas 16th notes have 2 beams. Okay, they run parallel to each other. So a really good way to know if you have a 16th note rather than an eighth note or a group of them is if you see those 2 beams in there. When we put 4 sounds onto one beat, well, they're gonna go by what feels like in a way that feels really fast. It's gonna feel like our mouth is having to move faster to get them all in, or maybe our body's having to move faster. So let's practice, and every time you see 16th notes, you're gonna say teary teary. Just get it in your mouth a few times. Teary teary, teary teary, teary teary, teary teary. Depending on who you learned this from, there's a very noisy doggy down there, but he's having a good time. Depending on who you learned this from, you might have heard tiki tiki, and if you've already done tiki tiki and you don't feel like relearning, that's fine. Keep your tiki tiki, but I will always say teary teary. Let's look at an example. All right, we're gonna try this one twice through the whole thing. Okay, so it'll be a total of 4 measures, and when you get to your 16th notes, will you do your alternating hands, teary teary, like this? I won't be able to do it because I am holding this for you guys, okay? So tapping with alternating hands on your lap, or maybe gently on the top of your desk. Ready? Twice through this card, go. Ta, ta, teary teary, ti, ti, ta. Ta, ta, teary teary, ti, ti, ta. Did you get all of those 16th notes in? You know what I mean when I say they kind of go by fast? It might be a mouthful. Here's another example that has 4 16th notes grouped together. Twice through, and here we go. Ti, ti, teary, teary, ta, ta, ti, ti, teary, teary, ta. Again. Ti, ti, teary, teary, ta, ta, ti, ti, teary, teary, ta. Nice. Okay, I think you're ready to move on. Sometimes you're going to encounter 16th notes, but you won't have 4 sounds on a beat. You might have a slightly different number. Take a look at this. Focus in on this pattern right here. Notice that I have 2 16th notes, and they're both attached to an 8th note. Is that possible, Miss Smith? Well, yeah, totally. When we have these notes grouped together, we get 3 sounds on a beat. And if it's confusing to you that we can do that, well, I want you to stop and think. When we took our 8th notes and we split them, we took our quarter note and we split it into 2 beats, we got 2 8th notes. Now when we split our 8th notes, oh man, I said the wrong thing. When we had our quarter note and we split it into 2 sounds, we got 2 8th notes. Now when we take our 8th note and we split that into 2 sounds, that's when we get 2 16th notes. So here, this 8th note could be replaced by 2 16th notes, and it would still be a total of 1 beat here, okay? But we just want these 3 sounds, and they sound like this. Teary-tee, Tiriti. Say it with me now. Tiriti, 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 tiriti. Let's say it 4 times in a row. Here we go. Tiriti, 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 tiriti. And now let's try this whole card. Twice through, and here we go. Ti, ti, ta, tiriti, ta, tiriti, ti, ti, ta. Again. Ti, ti, ta, tiriti, ta, tiriti, ti, ti, ta. Let's try another one with tiriti. Okay. Ready? And here we go. Tiriti, ta, 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 ta. Tiriti, ta, 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 ta. All right. Sometimes you might see 16th and 8th notes grouped together differently than you even just saw. So here's an example. Notice that here, sorry about the glare, notice that here my 8th note comes first and then the tiri comes at the end. I'm going to ask us to just repeat this one measure 4 times in a row. Here we go 4 times. Ti, tiri, ta, 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 ti, tiri, ta. Make sense? I hope so, because we're going to do another one. And here it is. This is our last example that will have 3 sounds on a beat using 16th and 8th notes. Here we go twice through. Ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, tiri, ti, ti, ta. Ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, tiri, ti, ti, ta.